Anytime you engage in a collaborative conversation, there is the potential for conflict. Human nature says if you ask three people the same question, you're going to get five answers and none of them are right. The person saying each answer, however, is willing to defend their position against all comers. Left unmanaged, that behavior can become destructive. Conflict resolution is a four-step process. 1. Identification acknowledges that the conflict exists. 2. Analysis determines whether the conflict is one of data, meaning alternate realities, interest, meaning competing perspectives, values, which are competing beliefs, relationships, which are personality issues, or structure, which are levels of authority. 3. Resolution adopts a strategy best suited to the situation. And 4. Documentation captures the situation and the resolution for proof and to offer opportunities for growth. Now, the well-known Thomas Kilmann Conflict Mode Instrument, or TKI, defines 5 conflict resolution strategies based on the assumption that people choose how cooperative versus how assertive they want to be in a conflict. 5 strategies are avoiding, competing, accommodating, collaborating, and compromising. As a general rule, avoiding the conflict resolves nothing and possibly leads to further problems in the future. Allowing competition works great in sports and war, but it seldom contributes to a solution all members accept in a collaborative conversation. Accommodating means one side gives in, which can result in unresolved issues that surface later. Given the nature of get-togethers we facilitate, collaborating is obviously our first choice for diffusing conflicts. Compromise isn't excluded, but we'll always try collaborative interventions first. Compromise means both parties get something and neither party is totally satisfied. Collaboration seeks to define solutions that everyone can support. Now, compromise might be the only option when a group's polarized and they're unable or unwilling to take the time to collaborate. That can result in the old kicking the can down the road syndrome. So take that into consideration when you're trying to resolve a conflict. Now, whether the parties collaborate or compromise, conflict often leaves some aspects of the issue on the open issues list for later resolution. Here are a few facilitation tips that will help you deal with conflict. First off, invite debate around ideas while managing the discussion to avoid personal confrontations. Don't let it get personal. Point to the meeting ground rules that should encourage discussions and forego personal attacks. Make sure that every attendee has an opportunity to express a thought or an opinion. You can also use subtle body language and transition statements to diffuse outbursts. Things like, "Oh, thanks, Fred. John, we haven't heard from you. How does this affect your group?" Get a sense of where the attendees without unnecessarily pressuring them to reach a premature conclusion. Now, you want to intervene assertively and provide direction, especially if participants are talking over each other or the discussion threatens to get heated. Always be an honest broker of the conversation and stay impartial at all times.